I actually started trying to repurchase old console games because I don't have mine anymore.
Oh yeah. I get the whole retro hardware thing. I don't really care about the. I don't really care about it. I'm fine with emulation.
So I'm mostly fine with emulation too, but
Yes.
I don't know what it is about the particular console generation that consisted of like the N64 and those things.
Yep.
Emulating those is kind of really hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
Because like anything before that, I've literally never had a problem.
Yeah.
I think I've even tried to emulate stuff past that, like PS2, and I don't think I really had a problem before. It's just that little time frame right there. Just trying to emulate shit's really hit and miss, especially in 64. Some games run fine, like there's no issues whatsoever. Some games you can try whatever convoluted combination of plugins you can think of in emulators, and the shit still won't run right. Yeah. Which, unfortunately, some of the ones that I want to play are those games that don't emulate worth of shit.
Right.
But they also tend to be, apparently, they're also the ones that are harder to find and they're a bit expensive.
Yeah, that's one of the big reasons. I'm looking at it now. I don't know why you have problems emulating. Your cards. Oh wait, no, I'm getting. No, yeah, your card's slower than mine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah.
So,
sorry, what I was gonna say was that I go to secondhand like pawn shops and stuff every so often. I'll look at their games cabinets and I'm like, why is this NES game $70? Like,
yeah.
What are we doing here?
Okay, so like, here's two of the games that I don't have that also don't emulate worth of shit, but I'm not gonna pay. I'm not paying for them because they're expensive. One's called Ogre Battle 64.
Okay.
Usually when I've seen this at retro game stores, it's somewhere between like $80 to $100. The other one is a game called Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. I played the shit out of that back when I had it like a time ago. That's probably about $180 to $200.
What?
Yeah. I'm not. There's actually a retro game store near where I live that had it because I saw it in their case, and it was $190. And I was like, why the fuck is this $109? Apparently, it's just rare.
Okay. Yeah, actually I've seen games where it's just like they're not even rare. It's just they're expensive for some reason. So I think it was. I'm gonna get the is it? Okay, no, sorry, it's not one of the numbered entries. Is Memories of Selcetta, which was available on the PS Vita. $50 for a Vita game that came out in 2012. And it's not like you can't play the game, because at the time, the Vita store was still active. Like, you could actually just buy the game on that. And it's on PC! And you can get it for like $5 on Steam.
The hell?
And it's not like it was a remake, it was just the PC version of it. But, you know, so sometimes I'll see fun things. Like, I saw a copy of Jak 3 that was like $10. Okay. Like, you know, maybe I'll pick up a copy of Jak 3.
I think I may have found like a intermediate solution of I don't have to go buy a fucking $200 game cart, but I can still be able to play the stuff and not have to like emulate it. And I just found out about this type of thing because the retro game store nearby actually had something. So there's they have different names, but I think the name you typically see is called like a ultra cart. That's what they're called. It's basically kind of like a cart that it's not like a normal cart. It has some kind of like special software or OS built into it that basically reads ROMs, but you can play the ROM on the actual original hardware. And they had one there for $120 that had literally every single N64 game on it.
Yeah.
And I actually found the exact same thing on Amazon. Okay. I think I might want to do this, but not this, because this looks kind of crappy and shady. But I did look around and find other things like it that look far more reliable. Also, also unfortunately a bit more expensive.
Yeah.
But I think I'd rather pay like $180 for one thing that lets me play every single N64 game on it, and also back it up more reliably because the fucking battery won't die in the cart.
Yeah.
But not have to pay fucking $200 for one game.
Right.
So I might end up going down that route.
I had one of these for my DS. It was sort of like a mixed thing. So I had an action replay. And action replay had I think it had built-in storage, or it supported like an SD card. Yeah, I think I had an SD card. And the action replay was there mainly for cheating. But you could also just store games on it. So I had a bunch of ROMs for random things like Scribblenauts, which I didn't have a copy of, or like I think I owned Pokemon. I owned Pearl, and I had like a ROM version of Diamond, for example. And there's a bunch of things like that, or like random other games that I never want to play. Because when I bought it, this store loaded a bunch of games onto it. This was when the DS was the relevant console, though. That's the stupid thing. So they were just straight up selling ROMs from their game store. Now, it was a second-hand store, so it's not like, a store that Nintendo would ever give a crap about. But, like, that's still kind of ballsy that you're straight up just selling ROMs for the current console.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of surprised when even that fucking store down here had the fucking the Ultra card. I was like, isn't that really kind of illegal to sell a thing that's got ROMs?
The main thing I remember from this encounter, sadly I think the store shut down, but when the guy that was loading it, loading it with games and stuff, because it was an older laptop doing it, and SD cards back then were slow, so it took like maybe half an hour or something to load it up. We just sat there watching My Name is Earl on his laptop. Because the dude, like, this was a very tiny store, so they had like maybe 10 or 15 customers a day. So yeah, we just sat there with, I guess there was the owner's kid or something, just watching My Name is Earl. Great show. Anyone who hasn't seen it, go back and watch it.